Hi everyone. I just wanted to post a screencast for this week. I've had a lot of questions about the library scavenger hunt. So I started looking at people's submissions and I am going to let anybody who wants to override their initial submission and submit again after this screencast to do so up through this weekend. Because some of you had the same types of questions. The first question that a lot of you had was about an ancestry search. So when it asked you if you'd done an ancestry search, what was that? So if you look at this article here, if I'm doing an ancestry search, it means I'm taking an article that I've read, like this one, and then I'm looking for future articles by looking at the reference list. So I'm looking at these listings of articles that were published before my article, that my article references. And these are the ancestors or the articles that I would find through an ancestry search. Okay, so they're the articles that come before my article that my article cited. Now, the other type of citing that people have been having a little difficulty with or finding articles in this way is through what we call descendant searches or searches where um, you're trying to find out or trying to find articles that have cited your target article. Like you've read an article and now you want to find more articles through who cited your original article that you've liked. So, okay, hold on, that was dormant for too long. So let me log back in. So a good database to do a descendant search through is PsycInfo. So in PsycInfo, if you want to find articles that cited your target article, then there's a certain thing you would click. So as soon as it boots up here, I will show you. Best way to do it, I think, is if you go to Easy Search and you click on Times Cited, and let's say you search on math disabilities. Then hopefully here in a second, we'll find an article on math disabilities. So here's one, Math Disabilities, Cognitive, Neuropsychological, and Genetic Components by David Geary. And it's cited by 517 different articles. So if you click on that, you'll see that you can find other articles. So you get the articles' names, and if the library can, it'll give you the connection to those articles that actually cite that target article that you originally found. So that's a descendant search, and these would be descendant articles from your original article because they come after your article. Now, the other thing that people have been asking about is our hand searches. So in a hand search you would go to the University Library webpage, and instead of looking at the databases, you go to eJournal Finder. And typically hand searches are done anywhere from like 5 to 10 years on a specific journal that you think would be of high importance to your topic. So for instance, let's say I would think Journal of Learning Disabilities would be important to my topic. Then I would actually go to that journal and I would troll through it for the last probably at least 5 years. So I have to find a source that has it up through the last 5 years. Okay, and I'm looking at all of these. And probably Sage Premiere is the best because it has it from 1999 to 2016. So I click on this and then it will pull up the journal and I should look through the different issues, look at the article titles and their abstracts for the last 5 years. Sometimes I'd even go back 10 years depending on my topic. So I hope that clarifies those concerns. The other concern people have had is this chart for number 13, narrowing and expanding your search. So your first column in this chart, and I will also connect this to an announcement that goes out to the whole class. I've cut out the first part of the library scavenger hunt, and I've moved to question 13. And the first column is just what you would do your general search on, like what comes to your head to do a search on. This person's doing learning disabilities, grades 4 through 8 on reading and specifically reading comprehension strategies. Now, if that person had to get more specific, what more could they specify? They could just say not only learning disability, but specifically dyslexia, which is a type of learning disability. They would maybe narrow the ages or grade levels to just middle school versus upper elementary with middle school. They would look specifically at reading comprehension, and then here they would look at certain strategies under reading comprehension. Now, this last column is going the other way. If you had to get more broad, so this would be more broad by saying just disabilities in general, learning disorders, which tends to be kind of a more broad term than learning disabilities. Look how the grade levels have expanded all the way through K to 12. And reading skills are connected to oral language, so they're expanded beyond even reading skills. And here, the interventions are looking at specifically just anything reading, so any reading strategy. It doesn't have to be a comprehension specific strategy. The other parts of this example that I'm posting go over a sample response of articles that were found by a student in terms of literature reviews, meta-analyses, descendant searches, hand searches, and also ancestry searches. So some examples there of what people have found. So as you scroll down, you should see what a sample person found on their particular topic. Okay. I think that's all for now. Those were the questions on the library scavenger hunt. Like I mentioned, it was already due, but I'm not going to be grading any of those until after this weekend. So you have up through this weekend to update your submission, and I will enable it so it will just you can override your original submission and make changes if you feel you want to change anything on that assignment. Okay, hopefully I've answered all the questions on that assignment. Most of you seem to be moving quite well through the modules. If you have other questions, just email or reach out by phone. Thank you.